Hi guys, this time you actually have caught me doing some DIY, but that's really good because we can use this as an example of when we actually use maths in real life. Okay, so the job that I'm doing today is, I've got this lovely little hallway in here and I need to make it look pretty by fitting white skirting board all around the bottom. Now, there's a corner here that you can see doesn't have any skirting board in it at the minute. Here's the corner that doesn't have any skirting board in it. Now you can see it's quite a tricky angle. So what I have to do is I have to work out what the angle of these two walls is, and then I have to do some maths. Okay, so I need to find out what the angle is between this wall and this wall. And what I use for that is a clever little tool that looks a bit like this. All I have to do is put this tool up against the wall. So I put the tool up against the wall and I move this arm until this tool sits nice and flush on the wall. Okay, so once that's done, I can lift the tool away, and as if by magic, I know what the angle is. So remember, this is my lovely tool, and I know that this angle here is the angle between my walls. So what I do is I transfer that angle onto a piece of paper. So literally all I've done is I've done a pen mark there, which means this angle here is now the angle between those two walls. Remember all those maths lessons? Where will I ever need to know how to use a protractor? Well, right here is where you'll need to know how to use a protractor. So I'm going to line the crosshairs up with where my angle is. I'm going to make sure that my baseline is on the edge of the piece of paper, and I'm going to read round on the scale that starts at 0, which is here, and if I read round I can see that this angle is, I'm going to say 135 degrees. So I have a 135 degree angle between my two walls, and in order to get two pieces of wood to fit nicely there, I need to cut them so that they are each half of 135. Oh, so you were saying in that math class, when will we ever use bus stop division? Well, we'll use it now. 135 divided by 2. 2 doesn't go into 1, so I put 0 there and I carry that 1 across. 2 into 13 goes 6 times with a remainder of 1. 2 into 15 goes 7 times with a remainder of 1, but I've got nowhere to put it. I just add a 0 after the decimal point, carry my 1 across to there. 2 into 10 goes 5 times, no remainder. My answer is 67.5, so I need two pieces of wood with a 67.5 degree angle. Now we've already worked out that I need to cut a 67.5 degree angle on the end of my piece of wood, but I know a bit about my saw, and I know my saw doesn't work like that. My saw is going to want me to have to subtract that 67.5 from 90, so that it makes a nice right angle. So can you see that to make a right angle from 67.5 I need 22.5 degrees, and that is what I'm going to set my saw to. So what we've done here is we've produced our little plan, which again is a math skill, and we've worked out the angles. I'm going to have a piece of wood coming along one wall, a piece of wood coming along another wall. They're going to meet at the angles that we've worked out. So using my expensive pencil that I bought from IKEA, definitely bought it for doing my DIY, I'm going to remind myself that I need an angle on this piece of wood like that, and I need an angle on this piece of wood like that. Now we've worked out to make them 67.5, they need to be 22.5, so let's go to the saw. Oh, what's that? Someone's had a nice cup of tea. Oh yeah, that was me, and that was in my my cup that I won over in Sun City, South Africa, for being the best teacher, but not just the best teacher, but the best teacher ever. Wow. Here we are at the saw. As you can see, it's got a number of lovely degrees marked off here. Again, using maths in the real world. I'm going to set the saw for 22.5 degrees. Make sure it's nice and tight. And then I'm just going to cut that angle on the end of this piece of wood. Okay, we're back from the saw. Still got all our fingers. All our cuts done. Remember what we were doing? We were cutting a piece of wood that would run along that wall at a nice angle so that it would meet the piece of wood that's going to go on the other wall. Perfect. And I'll show you those when I've actually stuck them to the wall. There it is, guys. There's the finished job. Our two pieces of wood, nicely cut to fit in that angle. All I've got to do now is tidy up a bit and finish off the painting. That's when you'll need maths.